Hey everybody, welcome to round 3 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. We are at the iXS MXGP of Switzerland and we return to Frauenfeld. Well, I say return. In the 1980s, the Grand Prix track was just across the way from the finish line. When we were here a few years ago, it was closer towards the highway, but here we are on the racetrack that traditionally holds the Easter Bank Holiday Monday Swiss Championship round. Although this year, and this weekend, it gets an upgrade and hosts its first ever MX Grand Prix event. We're on a brand new venue then for the World Championship. I'm on the start straight, and one of the things I've noticed is we're going to have a full grid this weekend in all classes. The start straight itself from the inside gates, it's about 60 meters down into turn 1, but on the outside gates about 70 meters, so another 70 meters to get across. Add to that after about gates 12, 13, from left to right, the ground just starts to fall away a little bit. So if you are over on the right hand side of the gate, you've just got a little bit of extra ground and momentum just to make up to get it through turn 1. But it is a sweeping 180 first turn, so there shouldn't be too many problems through there because it's a left-hander, which means the riders can use their back brake at the same time if they need to, which is obviously operated by the right foot. And we're going to take a quick look at some of the parts of the racetrack here. This is the start straight. I'm going to head now over to a few corners further around the track and talk about that part of the racetrack. And that was a start demonstration just going on behind me, if you wondered what that noise was. So moving on from the start and the first few corners, when we exit sort of turn 4, which is a hairpin right-hander, the next straight leads us over the first of the 3 Monster Energy jumps through turn 5, which is a sweeping off-cambered right-hand turn, falls away as the riders approach it, and then it kind of opens up into turn 6. And on the other side of this area, we have 7 waves that dive down through the far back end straight of the circuit, 7 waves in total, with a high-speed jump, the ram jump, then landing on a flat part of the racetrack. And from start to finish, that whole section is around 250 meters long, something like that. So it'd be an ideal point on the racetrack to either gain some time, lose some time, but you've got to be brave to attack that part of the racetrack, that's for sure. I'm going to move on to another part now though, this little uphill double, something and nothing, but more interesting just to go look at it. We'll go there now. So just coming out of turn 8, you'll see behind me there's a bit of an uphill double jump. At this moment in time it looks okay, but it might break down. But it's just one of those parts on the racetrack that will be quite interesting, because as we'll see in a moment, when you land on the top, you're immediately turning left. There is a whole bank the riders can use around the outside to maybe generate some more speed somewhere for something, I don't know. But I think you're either going to jump short, in between, turn tight, or just land on the top and maybe just use a little bit of the bank. But it's going to be quite an interesting part on the racetrack here on race day. So midway through my track walk, I bump into this fella, Arnaud Tonus. Good to see you.
What's up?
First of all, home GP for Jeremy Seawer, but also for you, even though you're retired. What brings you out of retirement? Just this race alone?
Yeah, this race alone. You know, it's special to have a GP in Switzerland. It's not like it happens every year, so it was great for me to be a part of the event, and I'm doing the Swiss Championship as well, so got a bit of preparation going on, so I thought let's give it a go and have some fun. As
I understand it, they run this race this weekend every year anyway, like an Easter tradition, but for the Swiss Championship. Now it gets an upgrade to World Championship status. Does that change the way that you prepare for this one, obviously with all your experience?
Yeah, I prepared a bit different for the GP for sure. You know, the level in Switzerland is definitely a lot lower than what you can see in GP, so my preparation was a bit smoother till they told me I could do the GP, so I just put some intensity a bit more. But for me, it's just a one shot, so I'm just gonna do my best, have some fun, and focus on the Swiss Championship after.
All right. Well, obviously it's sponsored by iXS, and obviously you're an iXS rider. The last time we were here, they had the big grandstands, and there was a lot of noise. It'd be great if we had that same kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the goal. I think they made it in a way that it's gonna be very compact to the crowd. So, and I know how hard it is to organize an event in Switzerland for motorsport, so I just need to celebrate that, and that's also a reason why I'm a part of it, because I'm grateful to have a GP here, and we'll see. I think it should be a cool event.
All right, Arnaud Tonus, have a good one.
Cheers, thank you.
Who would have thought? Look, he's still here. That's how mad he is. He's still there, look, he doesn't want to leave. Right, let's head to the finish line. Well, we're at the finish line now, and as you've just seen, or as you can see, the run to the finish line comes out of a little tight right and then quite an open fast left, and then hits the face of the jump behind me. Looking at the ground now that it's been freshly ripped, it will go hard pack quite quickly, but at the same time there's quite a lot of stones in the ground as well, so don't be surprised if you see a lot of riders using handguards, because these things are going to be coming up off the rear wheels of the guys ahead of them, and they can do some serious damage. But hopefully everybody gets away from this race all safe and sound. Happy Easter, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the iXS MXGP of Switzerland, and keep it here on MXGP-TV. See you soon.